Have you ever heard of a Batman character called Ally Babble? Well, you probably haven't, because he's obscure as shit. He's also weird as shit, and I don't even know what to classify him as. He's not a villain, he's not a sidekick, he's not a supporting character because he dominates the stories he's in. He's just a bizarre force of nature who showed up in 2 issues of Batman in the mid-40s. Well, let's get right into it. Let's get into the weird story of Ali Babel, the man who wouldn't shut up. His first tale, titled Ally Babble and the 14 Peeves, was published in Batman number 30 in 1945. It was of course written by Bill Finger with zero involvement from Bob Kane and penciled by Dick Sprang. The story starts with a goofy-looking fella named Ali Babel strolling down the streets of Gotham. He babbles so much he pretty much drives everyone around him insane. This is the character's entire gimmick, yapping incessantly with his gargantuan mouth. Anyway, Babel then encounters an old crippled man who complains about his upstairs neighbor making a lot of noise when he dances. Taking pity on the old man, Ali offers to fix the problem for him. I know, this sounds so random, but it's a Golden Age comic, you just have to go with it. So Ali goes upstairs and I can only assume beats the crap out of the neighbor. Like, that's pretty damn dark. I mean, this guy is supposed to be likable. Well, sort of. Solving neighborly disputes with violence was okay in the 40s, I guess. Anyway, the old cripple is so impressed by Ali's deed that he offers to pay him $5,000 if he fixes 12 other problems for him. 12 completely unrelated things that annoys the old man, like for example the subway worker who violently pushes passengers onto the trains, and the dude who hogs the phone booth. Yeah, it's just random people who happen to bug the old man. Ali goes through the list of 12 peeves, basically causing a ruckus all over the city as he goes along. Naturally, these goofy shenanigans attracts the attention of Batman and Robin, and also 2 crooks who figures they can tail Ali and rob the people he harass afterwards. Yeah, it's a weird string of events tenuously tied together. Anyway, Batman and Robin eventually meet up with the old man who started this whole thing, and man does he have a weirdly shaped head. He must be related to Hugo Strange. He tells them the whole thing, and so the dynamic duo sets out after Ali's next suspected target. There they not only stop the rampaging Ali, but also the 2 crooks. In the end, celebrating their victory, Ali's incessant babbling annoys the old cripple so much it fucking uncripples him. I don't even know how that's supposed to work, but that's what happens. What else can I say but the Golden Age? The last page promises us, or I should say threatens us, with a future return of Ally Babel, and this was indeed true as the annoying character came back in Batman number 34. This one is even more random than the previous one. Basically, long story short, Ali goes to a fortune teller who gives him 4 predictions. He's gonna find true love, become wealthy, go on a sea voyage, and finally make people happy. Yeah, I really doubt that last one. So Ali sets out to make these various fortunes come true by following tea leaves he got from the fortune teller. Naturally, in typical Ali Babel fashion, he starts a ruckus wherever he goes. Batman and Robin follows him to make sure he doesn't do too much damage to Gotham, and lucky thing they did, because Ali is for some reason a bad guy magnet running into various criminals as he goes along on his quest. Well, stuff happens, and in the end Ally Babel finally loses his voice, from too much babbling I assume, and that's the end of that insanity. This time we are not threatened with another Ally Babel appearance, and sure enough, he never appeared again. I can only assume Bill Finger realized how annoying this character was. I mean, I doubt anyone actually liked him and wanted to see him again. What do you even make of this character? What is he supposed to be? What is he supposed to add to the world of Batman? I mean, I know they created a lot of nonsense characters in the Golden and Silver Age, but this guy kinda takes the cake. We got 2 stories entirely focused on a dude who won't shut up and keeps running into random bizarre situations. And look at that face of his, that giant mouth. He's creepy as hell looking. This stuff is nightmare-inducing. Well, when I said he never appeared again, I actually lied. Because some wise guy decided to bring him back in a Batman meets Scooby-Doo comic just last year. 79 years after his last appearance. We were spared from Ali Babel for 79 years, but now he's finally back. He shows up in the comic as a tour guide at the Finger Memorial Museum, a museum for giant Golden Age-styled advertising props. Then a giant attacks the museum, and when the dynamic duo and the mystery gang show up to solve the bizarre case, Ali just tags along for the ride, yapping all the way. Nobody really questions it. Naturally, he drives the Scooby Gang insane in the end. Why this writer, Charlie Fish, decided to bring back a bizarre, obscure Batman character who only made 2 appearances 79 years ago is anyone's guess. I mean, they can't possibly have been a fan of the character. There are no Ally Babble fans. There can't possibly be. Well, if I were to reinvent Ali Babel, I would make him a freaky, extra-dimensional being whose non-stop nonsense babbling drives people into madness, forcing them to shove sharp objects into their ears to make it stop. But even after destroying their hearing and becoming deaf, they still hear Ali's babbling. There is no escape from Ali Babel but in death. Following said it was only lazy, but he did not notice Maddie has left New York City for all the future years. And if they inquire whence came she is struggling to write. Joseph Carey Merrick was born on 5th August 1860. Arnold repeatedly claimed that he was being passed over for promotion by the second wife of Congress. Later that Joseph Rocky Merrick was sent to London for Spacey Merrick, summoned his militia, cries for help, going out the charge furnished that his third wife, the killer inquiries to Mary Jane at Potter death, and not necessarily a Congress investigated side he was described as Congress, leading of Dungeons senses of matters pictures pipes, incensed a young woman loyal to sympathize. The most common of the killer married loyalist she went Frankfurt. She was a close friend of British before he cut much of the power. Merrick's Maddie Wright or leading hell didn't see her face away from the war, but glass door.